How's she cutting, lads? So Dehancer reached out and asked me to review their plugin. I've seen a lot of people using it already, so I was interested to give it a proper go. I've taken 4 different shots to grade for this, and before I get into it, just a quick note, I do have a 10% discount code for Dehancer. If you're considering it and this video helps, I'd appreciate you using it, but definitely watch the full review first because there are a couple of things that might not swing it for you. In terms of setup, there are a few steps involved, but they've made it very straightforward. Everything's tied to a login within the plugin, which I personally really like, keeps things clean, and you don't have to deal with activation codes. Now, what would I like to see improved? The first thing that stood out to me is that some of the terms aren't immediately clear. It would be great to have a small info tooltip, just a one-line explanation of what each slider does. For newer color graders especially, this would be really useful. It not only would help you understand what you're adjusting, but it also teaches you more about what you're grading as you go, which in turn would probably make people use Dehancer more. Another thing is I'd like to see the profile changes happen in real time, so as I scroll through them, I can instantly compare looks. What would be even better would be some kind of thumbnail preview system so you can quickly see and compare different profiles visually. It would also be great to have a favorite systems for the profile that you use most. The phone app actually has that feature and I can genuinely see myself using the mobile version quite a bit. Don't really use Adobe products. Even though Lightroom is great, I don't do much photo editing. When I do, it's usually just small tweaks built in the Photos app or within DaVinci Resolve. So having another solid option on mobile is a big plus. The desktop app, on the other hand, I'm not sure it fits into my current workflow. Maybe for like a quick run and gun photo sets where I just want to get a consistent look across everything, I might use it instead of DaVinci Resolve, but that's something I need to test out more. Where I do see it being useful is quickly selecting the film profiles. You can compare them more easily when zoomed out, which actually highlights one of my main issues with the plugin itself. If they added proper thumbnail views or even just smoother real-time scrolling between the profiles, it'd make a big difference. I might even skip the standalone app altogether if that was implemented. I do like that there are more profiles in here than the Film Look creators. That being said, I do think the Film Look creator will continue to improve, and knowing Blackmagic, they'll probably push things even further, which is good. It keeps the standard rising for everyone. This might also explain why Dehancer is pushing the more standalone apps. I actually think they could do really well in the mobile space. A lot of content now is shot, edited, and shared entirely within phones, and when you factor in like the DJI and GoPro workflows, it's incredibly easy to capture, edit, and post quickly. Now, where those workflows usually fall short is color grading. That's been the weak point. So having something like this in your back pocket is genuinely useful. One thing I'd like to see though is a proper log workflow to support on mobile. Not being able to shoot log on something like a GoPro and then quickly apply a LUT or grade it within your phone is frustrating. You end up shooting recs of it online just for convenience, and then you're locked into that later when you actually want to do something more polished. If Dehancer enabled proper log grading on mobile, that would be a massive win. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised I haven't used this sooner. The profiles work really well and they can push your grade in a lot of directions you might not have considered. We're all kind of chasing that film look, so having a tool that simplifies the process and speeds things up is definitely valuable. 2 things I really love that stood out are the false color tool, so you can bring back down your highlights within the plugin easily, and then being able to export a LUT for future use. I think that's really nifty. I also really like the print module, and the built-in color space transform is a nice touch. Saves you from adding extra nodes. That said, I'd probably still grade in a larger color space most of the time, but it's useful to have when needed in a pinch. While downloading the iOS app, I actually came across their color test app, which I actually really enjoyed, giving me a bit more confidence in my color matching skills. So these are the results from the grades. Some of these shots are actually from when I traveled around Spain and Portugal in my camper van, so there's actually a film already on my channel if you'd like to check that out. I didn't grade that in Dehancer at the time, but it would have been very handy had I had Dehancer. Personally, I think it edges out the Film Look creator, but what do you think? Would you lean towards buying it or stick with the Film Look creator? Let me know below in the comments.